Hello and good morning or afternoon. Happy Thursday. I am having a really amazing time. So today is October 28th, and my birthday was exactly a month ago. So one of the things that I like to do is kind of every 28th, especially since my birthday's in September, we have 3 months left until this year ends. So October, November, and December 28th are like heavy reflective days for me, just to kind of check in with myself to see where I'm at and if I am on target or on track. So one of the things that I did this morning, I have this book, which is until today, it is a daily devotional by Iyanla Vanzant. She is one of my just favorite authors, people. Like, her body of work was very integral for my own healing journey. And I've had this book, I have all of her books, but I've had this book so long that it's like, it's starting to fall apart. And I treasure it so much. Yeah, I treasure it so much. This is a beautiful book. So it's Daily Devotions for Spiritual Growth. So I opened it to today, October 28th, and I want to read to you what it says here, because I think it's very important, and especially for everyone in here, because we're all wanting to manifest more in our lives, whether it's money, whether it's love. We're all here because we want to live abundantly ever after, and taking care of ourselves is vital to doing that. I know sometimes we can think, well, okay, well, I'll do, when I have money, then I'll be able to do, better care of myself. Or when I have the relationship, then I'll make time for, myself. And we really have to create space for nurturing ourselves now, because we need it the most right now, because we are doing a lot of mental work, a lot of emotional work, and a lot of spiritual work to release our past habits and thoughts and any like limiting beliefs that have us in the situation that we're in now. So it says, I will realize my own worth when I accept how I take care of myself is important. And one of the things that includes, right, when we usually think about self-care, it's usually like bubble baths, manicure, pedicure, maybe a massage or a facial. But we never link self-care to what or who we want to become. So if you think about it, if you want to become someone who manifests more money, who has more money in the bank, that needs to be part of your self-care. And so that's how, when I teach goal setting, which is one of the things that we do in the Spiritual Love Collective, every quarter, I go through a goal. I go through a goal manifestation and alignment workshop where I teach you how to set goals. And part of my process, I like to think of it as like a holistic process, because we think we have goals, right? And then we have like ourself and our life, but they never come together. And it's because we're not caring for ourselves or caring for that goal as if we've already achieved it. So it's like, oh, well, I can't care about my money until I have money. We have to care about what we have now, so that it opens us up to receive more. Because if we're saying we want, whatever, I want to be a millionaire, but I can't manage, the money that I have now, even if I make it to be a millionaire, I would probably somehow get back to where I am now, because I don't know how to manage it, because I have not been developing that skill. And that's why they say, like, a lot of times when people win the lottery, they'll blow through the money because they've never had it. They never had the mindset or practices to manage that lifestyle, so they lose it. And so that goes for us. We have to make sure that we are doing the things now that will set us up with the right mindset, the right actions, the right beliefs, the right people, situations, and circumstances, so that we can absolutely manifest and maintain what it is that we are creating for ourselves. And that's why I say, like, living abundantly ever after. And there's so much around, manifesting and magnetization, but a lot of people don't talk about the keeping of it. Like, you can manifest it. I have manifested large amounts of money before. I've manifested amazing opportunities and positions and experiences and people and connections. But then it's like, can you keep it? Can you maintain it? Are you who you need to be in order to continue having these experiences that you're creating in your life? And sometimes what happens is when we get the thing, like a lot of people, they say they want a partner, but when they get in the relationship, it's so good and it's something that they're not used to, so they sabotage the relationship somehow. They start thinking like, oh, they've got to be cheating, they must be lying, and feeling, the insecurities and fears that were never really dealt with start to come back out. So let's see. Let me get back to this. So it says, you may be in the process of trying to figure out why you don't do the things you say you want to do for yourself. Why don't I have a better diet? Why don't I get more rest? Why don't I spend more time doing the things that make me feel good? Why don't I exercise more? Why don't I work less? Why do I keep doing the things I say I am not going to do? For me, like reading this, especially because this is like a check-in period for me, and like that's what I look back at, what goals or intention did I set for myself for this year of my life? And am I on track with that? Am I doing the things that I said I want to do? And if not, why? Like, that is a powerful question. Why do I keep doing the things I say I am not going to do? Why do I wait last minute? Why am I procrastinating? Why do I create stress and pressure for myself? Why do I say yes when I want to say no? Like, these are such valid questions to ask ourselves, especially as we're going about, recreating ourselves and rebirthing ourselves into a new life, into an abundantly ever after. We have to understand our operating system. We have to understand our thoughts and our habits, and really, and it's not about beating yourself up. So if you say like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym today, and you don't, it's not about beating yourself up, but it's about asking yourself why, so you can understand where that breakdown occurred. Where did your old self take over again? So when you start to realize that, and when you start to see like, oh, like, okay, like that's why, now you know. So now it's in your awareness. So now you can choose to move differently. And again, if you continue to not do the thing that you say, ask yourself why. Don't beat yourself up about it. Having an accountability partner, or I like to call them a vision keeper, is so powerful because it helps you stay accountable, not only to yourself, but also to someone else. So it says, if you're asking yourself one or more of these questions, there's something you are probably not aware of that you may want to consider. Perhaps you do not believe that taking care of yourself is important. You might not believe that you're worth doing the work, that you're worth showing up for yourself, that you're worth taking care of your body, that you're worth managing and having and growing your money. Until today, you may not have understood how belief of unworthiness can be manifested as a behavior. Just for today, adopt one behavior that will demonstrate your belief that you are important and worthy of the best care. So today, I am devoted to behavior that will enhance my sense of worthiness. So I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if you feel worthy of what you want to create in your life, whether that's love, whether that's abundance. Do you truly feel worthy of that? And you can ask yourself some of the questions that I went over in the video, and just really think and reflect on, do I believe that I am worth having these things that I'm dreaming of? And if you're able to be honest with yourself, you are going to grow by leaps and bounds. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this, and if anything really struck a chord with you. I'd love to know how this landed in your heart. I know for me, this was very impactful. One of the things that I did, I have my smoothie here. This is what did I put in here? Pineapple, banana, berry, mango smoothie. I also added a little bit of chlorophyll, which is why it's kind of brown instead of more yellow. And I have this powder, which is like greens and proteins. And I did a 2-mile walk this morning, which was very refreshing. Sorry, I was drinking earlier, so I've got like hiccups and burps and all types of stuff going on. Lots of energy is being released. But I went on a 2-mile walk this morning, and that felt really good. And I'm very proud of myself because I'm doing things that I said that I want to do for myself. I am showing up more. I'm creating and putting out the things that I create. A couple years ago, I created this course called Energy of Love, and I kind of put it out there, but I didn't really put it out there. But now I am gonna put it full on out there. I've had a few people take the course and go through the course, and got some really great feedback on it. So I guess last year I started making updates to the course and then got sidetracked. So I'm very proud of myself because I am like getting these ideas, and it's like, put this thing out there, and then I do it, and it feels really good to do that. Also, I'm going to include a link here in the description for a PDF that you can download. It's a guide to the energy of love. It's not the actual course, but it is a guide that kind of talks a little bit about relationships. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can go check that out. I keep yawning. I am sending you an abundance of love. I hope that this message today has inspired you in some way, that it has ignited your passion to really go after the abundantly ever after that you desire. I will see you again soon. Remember, this space is your space, so I want to hear from you. Take care.